Welcome everyone. This is the 6th episode of my Dragon Age Origins Hardcore 100% playthrough. In the last episode we traveled to Orzammar, but there is still plenty of things to do there, so we're just gonna go back. Our main priority is to get the key to the city, which is a pretty good ring. It gives +2 to all attributes and some magic resistance. There are also 2 opportunities in Orzammar which can yield us a lot of gold.
Indeed.
Yes.
The first thing I'm gonna do is level up Morrigan. She has 3 attributes, all goes on magic, and I also gonna pick up heal for her. With healing unlocked, finally we have a way to replenish our health, so we can be a bit more aggressive during fights. I set her up so that she can heal whenever an ally's health is below 75%. But I still want her to keep getting the elites out of the fight with horror. And just in case she takes too much aggro, I set her up to use Mind Blast whenever someone is attacking her with melee. When we get back to Orzammar, I'm gonna make a somewhat controversial decision, which is I'm gonna kill Rogek. If you don't know, Rogek is a Lyrium smuggler. He works with a guy called Godwin, who's in the Circle Tower. If you complete his quest, it can yield more than 100 gold. However, considering the fact that I'm gonna go to the tower super late, and right now I am in desperate need of money, I think I'm far better off getting that 20 gold now instead of the 100 plus gold later. Killing him also doesn't contradict our morally good character because you have an option to tell him that you're gonna report him to the guards, and for that he's gonna attack you. So we basically kill him because of self-defense.
Do you have any tales of the wilds?
None of the sort you like. No princesses in tall towers or knights throwing themselves at whole armies.
That's not all I like.
Do you want tales of the chastened wilders who dwell in the marsh? Do you want to hear of the slow deaths they inflict on their enemies? Perhaps a tale of the poisonous creatures of the wilds that lay their eggs on your skin so their young may eat you alive when hatched? Or a tale of my mother's marsh cuisine? That, in my opinion, is the most terrifying of all my tales.
No, I don't want to hear about those things.
Then I have no tales for you.
Let's just quickly talk to Brother Burkle so that we can complete his quest.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper. Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
Let me guess. This is where the poor people live.
Good guess. So we're gonna be attacked by a bunch of thugs. The reason why I'm setting the tactic up differently is because there's an elite rogue in this group with double weapons. So he can deal a lot of damage, especially if he attacks from stealth. Which is why I make sure that Leliana is gonna use Spinning Shot and Shattering Shot on the elite. I also set up Alistair so that he would use Shield Pummel and Shield Bash on the guy. Basically, I do everything that I can to disable that dwarf. This way he could be pinned, he could be knocked down, and he can even be stunned. The most important thing is that he doesn't get to Leliana or Morrigan.
plenty for their kit once we cut them out of it.
And this is why we set up Morrigan to use Mind Blast whenever she gets attacked with melee weapons. With that horror, she managed to aggro the elite, so the elite was focusing on her, but the second he got to melee range, Morrigan used Mind Blast, stunned the guy, and cleared her aggro. This is pretty much the best way to set her up so that she can defend herself. Seems like these muggers were really poor. They didn't drop a single thing. I'm just gonna switch back the tactics of Laliana and Alistair and pick up all the codex entries here. To the left of us is the guy who stole from the Shaperet. We're gonna give him a proper spanking.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here. Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Wow, so aggressive. Okay, now that this windbag is down, let's get rid of Rogek as well.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform. Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground. Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell Lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that Lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee. I don't think so. Boys!
Now, let's see.
Going.
There we go, 20 gold. Let's make it rain.
I
I have heard much about the halls of the Dwarven Kings, but the stories do it no justice. It is so strange, harsh, yet beautiful. And have you seen those tiny pig-like burrowing animals? They are adorable. I wish I could have one as a pet. But they must be hard to catch and... Oh, just ignore me. I'm so silly sometimes. Let's just go.
Okay, we're gonna get you that abomination. Just calm down.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Of course.
This shop is one of the best for rogues because it has a lot of poison and other recipes, along with a ton of ingredients. It also has an infinite amount of corruptor agents, and this is where it's the cheapest. It's the perfect place if your build uses bombs or poisons. So we're gonna buy the crow poison recipe, along with some bomb materials. Okay, let's get that swine rodent for Liliana.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my doll left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Nugs? Yes. They don't got much meat on them, but down here you can't be picky. Better than nothing. What for? You going to cook them up yourself? Yeah, I can find a nug for you. Could even get one from outside the city. Those ones in the deeps don't eat as much garbage. I don't know what they eat, but they always seem healthier, you know? Shiny coats, bright eyes. How much you giving me? Give me some time. I'll hunt them down for you. Got him. He's all squirmy, but he's a big fella. Don't know. I'll take anything you can give. He's a fat one, though. Worth a bit. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we could have gotten it for free. Sometimes being moral feels like an additional difficulty.
To buy something, I hope. I want that surface wealth coming back to us, Balin's ascension willing. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Our current goal is the Tome of Mortal Vessel. I really want that extra attribute point on Cunning. Later I will explain why.
Welcome to Jan-Ar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail? At Janar's, we have everything from leather to platinum. Of course, keep in mind we also take items on trade.
Although this shop is not for us, it is perfect for dwarven warriors. It has some of the best non-enchanted armors and armor sets in the game. So we're gonna go to the provings and start the first task for the Lord. We're not gonna finish it, but we're gonna talk to the fighters. If we do everything right, one of them will give us a lot of gold.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail, I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denerim in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
I hear there are all kinds of rules that govern the proving. They get very mad if you break the rules.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me? Well, that sounded genuine. If you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything. I left the Proving on my own business, and I have no intention of discussing it. Oh, don't put it that way. Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other. She's married to a prominent Desher's heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Balin found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband. They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel. You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Balin's fighter Miaja has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Harriman again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
Basil is the one with the deep pockets, so we're gonna help him. But first we're gonna convince Guidon to get back in the fight.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before. It's a pleasure. Sorry it can't be longer. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today. I bet he did. That man thinks nothing is beneath him. Well, you could just tell him I had my reasons. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source, Lord Harriman's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes. Oh? And where did you hear this that's more reliable than a member of the Assembly? I suppose there's nothing his lordship would do without consulting Doolan. He's always been his top man. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll... Maybe I will at that.
We got the last codex entry for the key to the city. Now we can pick it up in the assembly room. To get the letters for Basil, we need to open this door. It needs level 2 lockpicking, so Leliana can just do that. The chest inside only needs level 1 lockpicking. If you want an alternative way to open the door, you can also pickpocket the key from Miaja, who's right there. Now we're just gonna give the letters back and convince him to give us more money. For the persuasion check, you need level 2 coercion.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything. Where did you get those? No, I don't want to know. Just thank you. I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe. If you can keep those letters from the public eye, I would gladly gift you with a finder's fee. Say, 10 sovereigns? I certainly can't argue with that logic. Here you are. Now pardon me, there's little time left to rejoin the proving. Thank you again, friend.
That's another 15 gold, so we can buy the tome now.
I'm wondering, Morgan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
To buy something, I hope. I want that surface wealth coming back to us, Balin's ascension willing. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Got the tome. I also buy some bomb materials and some extra gifts. Now let's use the tome and place that attribute on cunning. The reason why I did this is because I want to pick up combat stealth at level 8. It requires 18 cunning and level 8. So with this extra attribute, I can put all 3 points into cunning and unlock the ability as soon as I reach the next level. Combat stealth is gonna allow us to enter stealth in combat, which means that we can use stealth bombing even if we start an encounter mid-combat.
Lord Harrowant is the voice of tradition and stability.
Lord Harrowant, said to have kicked castless in the street.
There it is, the key to the city.
So, how is it the
The
dwarves
Lord
have a
Harrowant is
king?
a
thought they
weak man. and he will
Voted
be
on
a weak
everything,
king.
or something like that.
Yes.
Questions arise regarding Lord Balin's impending marriage to a Catholic.
I should have stuck to common nugs. Now I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs. I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down. Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Wait, what was that, Liliana? You don't like them, but you wanted one? I paid 10 silver for that thing. Women.
Have a care where your eyes linger, Alistair.
Yes, well, don't worry. It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking that it looks exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much. What? Safe. Or you know? Never mind.
There's still one nog where Brother Burker was, but I just didn't get it. I will just get it next time.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell. Saraka, I'm back in the game. Such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I've found. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there. I trust Vala, my nug wrangling friend.
Have you seen my lunch? It's a piece of lichen bread with a spread of old cheese and shredded dried meat. I'm only asking because you never know who's going to get hungry. Right, best in the trade, you know. I worked the Orm myself.
I'm just gonna get the rest of the gifts.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
The last time we were here we couldn't buy anything, but now I can buy all the bomb materials, and I also buy some flasks, so that after this Liliana can start crafting some bombs. Oh, so now we have 50 bombs in total. My hand is already itching to chuck them at someone.
You're back. You got more business for me? Of course.
So there's not much left to do here in Orzammar, or at least not much we can do at this level. I could finish Zerlinda's quest, but it wouldn't get me to the next level anyway, so I will just come back for it later. So now I'm just gonna go back to the party camp and boost the approval of my party members.
All right, I've come up with one. A question that you can't answer.
Are you talking to me?
That's right. You think you're so smart. I've got an academic question that I bet you won't be able to answer.
Oh, I doubt that.
So tell me then, what was the name of Andraste's husband?
This is a religious question, not an academic one.
You're joking, right? A 5-year-old could answer that question. Do you not know more than a child?
I care nothing for your religion, and this game of yours is over.
Oh, how the mighty have crumbled.
Yes? Well, here I am. What is meant by someone like me? Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed. We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken. The Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
I could get used to this, you know.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed. I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed. What have you there? A mirror? You could not know it, but I possessed something very similar long ago. I stole such a mirror from a village, and Flemeth was enraged at my carelessness. She destroyed it, much to my dismay. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You must wish something in return, certainly. You say that as if I should be accustomed to such a thing. I have never received a gift, not one which did not come at a price. I suppose I should say thank you for the gift. 'Tis most thoughtful, truly. A fine gift. You have my thanks.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say. That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
I am impressed. My thanks.
Okay, I think I did everything I wanted to do in this segment. We are loaded with bombs and we just need a little bit of XP to reach the next level. In the next episode, I will go to the Brazilian forest and talk to the elves. Then I'm gonna travel to Lyrium to finish everything that we have left out. which hopefully will get me to the next level. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna create a hard save here, and I hope we see each other in the Brazilian forest, unless of course I die along the way in a random encounter.